Imagine accidentally announcing on live television that a food product killed people when it only made them sick. That's the kind of career-threatening gaffe that Today Show host Craig Melvin recently confessed to, revealing a moment that nearly resulted in a lawsuit. But that's not all. The Today Show team, including Savannah Guthrie, Carson Daly, and even guest Andy Cohen, all chimed in with their most embarrassing on-air moments during a recent Ask Me Anything segment. Craig Melvin, who often exudes an air of unflappable professionalism while hosting the Today Show, admitted to a past blunder that could have had serious legal repercussions. The revelation came during a light-hearted segment where the Today team fielded questions from viewers as part of their fan fest. The topic turned to embarrassing on-air moments, and that's when Craig dropped the bombshell. "It's one that almost got us sued," he stated, setting the stage for a cringeworthy story. He explained that years ago, while hosting weekend broadcasts, he mistakenly reported that a specific brand of food had caused multiple deaths during a food recall. "I read that the particular brand's food had killed like 8 people, and the brand had not killed 8 people. They had made 8 people sick." You could almost hear the collective gasp in the studio. And Andy Cohen's reaction, "That's bad," perfectly captured the severity of the error. But here's where it gets controversial. Was it simply an honest mistake? Or could better fact-checking have prevented such a damaging statement? What do you think? Let us know in the comments. Carson Daly, who joined the Today Show family in 2013 as a social media correspondent, also shared his most embarrassing moment. "It involved a classic teleprompter-induced tongue twister. One of my snafus reading a story was when I was new here too," Carson recalled. "I wasn't used to the teleprompter and said the story was about Leonardo DiCaprio, and I said Leonardo DiCrapio." He comically added, "To this day, when I see Leonardo's name in the prompter, my heartbeat starts to pound." It's a relatable fear for anyone who's ever had to speak in public. Savannah Guthrie's most cringeworthy moment involved a direct and rather bold question to Khloé Kardashian. She brought up the long-standing rumor about Khloé potentially being O.J. Simpson's child rather than Robert Kardashian's. "I was so embarrassed because I felt all this pressure and I had just started, and I felt like the producers wanted me to ask this dishy question, and I didn't want to, so I let the time be running out until we were up against a hard break," Savannah explained. "So at the very end, I was like, and Khloé, what about these rumors?" And this is the part most people miss. Savannah was clearly put in a difficult position, feeling pressured to ask a question she was uncomfortable with. This raises the question, how much control should producers have over on-air talent, especially when it comes to sensitive topics? Fortunately, Savannah noted that Khloé handled the situation with grace, simply dismissing the rumors. Beyond the bloopers, Craig, who stepped into the co-host role on Today in January, replacing Hoda Kotb, also shared 2 deeply personal and memorable moments from his career. One was the fulfillment of a childhood dream, interviewing his idol, Michael Jordan. Growing up as a kid in the 90s, Michael Jordan was my idol, and several years ago I had the chance to interview him, and it was just as magical as I dreamed it would be, to just sit across from someone that you have admired on and off the court for most of your life, he recounted. His second memory, however, was far more somber. It involved covering the tragic 2015 church shooting in Charleston, South Carolina, an event that deeply affected him. "I'm from South Carolina and had been in that church before, many times. So to be there, back in my home state, to cover something that was just so unthinkable, reprehensible, that's always stayed with me. Just talking to people in the days and hours after that tragedy," Craig shared, highlighting the emotional toll that journalists often endure while reporting on difficult events. This shows that even amidst the glitz and glamour of television, the human element and the weight of serious news stories remain paramount. Craig's journey with the Today Show began in 2018 as a news anchor. He then moved on to co-hosting the show's third hour before ultimately securing the coveted anchor position in January. It's a testament to his talent, hard work, and ability to connect with audiences, even when faced with potentially career-ending blunders. So, what do you think is the most important quality for a news anchor to possess? Is it unflappable professionalism, the ability to recover from mistakes, or a deep connection with the stories they cover? Share your thoughts in the comments below.